Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. Can I save my wife and the multiverse in 30 minutes or less from a cosmic vampire? Let's find out. Okay, so here I'm going to set up a timer for 30 minutes. Booyah. The 30-minute timer has begun. I've already started recording, so let's jump right in. Who are you, you say? My name is Cosmiss. I'm a cosmic goddess. I need your help, says Cosmiss. Cosmiss, if you're a cosmic goddess, then why do you need my help, you say? You are a chosen one. An ancient prophecy says that you are the only one who can save the multiverse, says Cosmiss. How do you expect me to save the multiverse? You say. I have for you a legendary suit of armor which will grant you and you alone unique powers, says Cosmiss. I must refuse. My wife is sick and I need to be here to take care of her, you say. I can temporarily pause time for your wife in order to prevent her condition from getting worse. If you help me save the multiverse, I will give you a life potion that will heal your wife, says Cosmiss. Why don't you start with that? I'll help you. I'll do anything to save my wife. Ooh. It says Cosmiss. It should have said you say. I messed that up in the scenario. My bad. Good. I need you to put on this armor. Once you do, I'll teleport you to the castle of a cosmic vampire named Cospire. You'll need to use the armor to kill Cospire in order to save the multiverse, says Cosmiss. If you can freeze time and teleport people, then why can't you defeat Cospire, you say? My powers don't work on Cospire, and I am not the chosen one. Now hurry, I can only keep your wife paused in time temporarily. You'll need to defeat Cospire as quickly as you can, says Cosmiss. Then the AI continues. You begin putting on the armor as fast as you can. You feel an instant surge of power. When you are completely armored up, you find a large sword has appeared in your hands. I thought I would give you a weapon since you didn't bring one, says Cosmiss. So I'm going to ask Cosmiss what powers are granted to me by my armor. Yeah, like what exactly can I do with this armor now that I'm wearing it? Also, it's cool that I got a sword with the armor. I didn't originally think that the game was going to give me a sword. So let's see what like the armor can do and what the sword can do. Okay, the AI has no idea what to say, so we're gonna hit retry. This prompt, by the way, is inspired by Superman Beyond by Grant Morrison. That's where I got the inspiration for this. You can rebuild yourself to be stronger than you were before, says Cosmiss excitedly. I should have said that in a more excited voice. You can rebuild yourself to be stronger than you were before, says Cosmiss excitedly. The armor begins to tingle all over your body as it bonds with your skin. You feel a rush of confidence, strength, and power, unlike anything you've ever felt before. Ballin'. Okay, cool. So I'm becoming one with the armor. I guess I would then ask Cosmiss, what powers are granted to me by my sword? Yeah, like is the sword also powerful? And if so, like what can it do? I kind of want to get as much information as I can so I'm ready to take down Cospire when the time comes. The sword can cut through anything. Now that you're fully armored, you're able to teleport like me, says the Cosmiss. You pick up your large sword and find a new confidence in yourself. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So I can teleport and cut through anything, and I'm stronger and more confident and more powerful than I ever have been before. So I'm going to ask Cosmiss, what powers does Cospire have? Or I guess possess sounds a little nicer. Do-do, ba-do. Do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do, do-do. Cosmire is a space vampire. He drains the liquid from people's bodies entirely. He can also turn invisible and can freeze time. You need to kill him as quickly as possible, says the Cosmiss. He can freeze time? And turn invisible? That seems pretty good. And then Cosmos says, I hope you're ready. And then the game had me say, I am. I'm not going to say I am. I'm going to get rid of that part. Before I go take him down, I'm going to ask Cosmos, what are Cospire's weaknesses? Yeah, if he can drain the liquid from my body entirely, turn invisible, and freeze time. I'm not sure if I have any defense against my time being frozen. I might have to, like, sneak up on him. Ooh! Sunlight and silver. He's vulnerable to both, exclaims the Cosmos. I don't think I brought any silver weapons, though, you say. Just bring your sword. It should do the trick, says the... And then it said Castus instead of Cosmos. Okay. Cool. So while my sword isn't made of silver or sunlight, as far as I'm aware, Cosmos is like, your sword should be enough to kill him. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to teleport behind Cospire and quickly... Oh, well, actually, this is a good question. Before I try to do anything, I'm going to ask Cosmos, what will I need to do to kill Cospire? Because Cospire is a vampire, so does he, like, need to die in a specific way? Do I have to, like, stab him through the heart with the sword? Do I need to, like, decapitate him? I don't want to, like, teleport to him and then fail, like I stabbed through him and he's like, you should have gone for the head or something. You need to stab him through the heart or cut off his head. Beyond that, you should try to stay away from his claws and fangs. Be careful of his freezing breath and try not to get bitten. Both ways can kill you, says the Cosmos. I see, you reply. His freeze breath. When he freezes you in time, does he, like, freeze breath you in time? Because that's kind of an interesting idea. Like, I kind of dig that. Okay. I'm going to attempt to teleport behind... Yeah, teleport behind Cospire and quickly decapitate him with my sword. So I'm going to want to try and kill him, like, as soon as I can. You find yourself transported into a dark room. You look to your left and see the frozen bodies of King Martin and Queen Lucy. You look to your right and see a large chest. You open the chest and find millions of gold coins. I'm going to think to myself, I tried to teleport behind Cospire, but I don't see him anywhere. Is he invisible? Let's see. I'm going to attempt to teleport powder into the room to see if the powder will reveal the position of Cospire. Yeah, like, I'm curious if Cospire is in their room with me and he's just invisible, that I need to do something in order to see him. The teleportation powder does not show you the position of Cospire. It instead explodes. You are killed in the explosion, and your body is burned beyond recognition. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to remember what Cosmiss told you about my armor. Yeah, remember what Cosmiss told me about my armor. Cosmiss said, and then I'm going to directly quote her because she said something really cool. She said, you can rebuild yourself. Hold up, I clicked on the thing. There we go. She said you can rebuild yourself to be stronger than you were before. So that's like a direct quote from her. So now I'm going to attempt to rebuild my destroyed body to become stronger than it was before. Also, before I remember that, I'm going to quickly realize that I accidentally teleported gunpowder into the room. There we go. So I think this will be cool. Because the way that she described it made it seem like my armor might be able to allow me to like regenerate. It said the gunpowder explodes and you're blown to smithereens. I mean, that kind of already happened. I already got like blown to smithereens. Excuse me. So I'm going to retry that. Your body rebuilds itself and you become even stronger than you were before. You are also now on fire. You burn to death the moment the fire reaches your body, and you die immediately. Okay, so I was stronger than I was before, but I also was still on fire, so then I died from the fire. So I'm gonna do just what I did a moment ago. I'm going to attempt to rebuild myself to be stronger than I was before. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to figure out if that works if I'm dead already. Your body rebuilds itself and you become even stronger than you were before. You are now a disembodied brain. You suffocate and die 3 minutes later. Well, that one doesn't make any sense. Why would I be like a disembodied brain that like suffocated if I like rebuilt my body? It'd be one thing if I failed to rebuild it, but it's another thing for me to just be a brain. So I'm going to retry that. Your body rebuilds itself and you become stronger than you were before. You are now made out of metal. You rust to pieces the moment the fire reaches your body and you die immediately. So I'm still on fire, is what it sounds like. Like I'm actively burning and rebuilding myself and like burning and then rebuilding myself. Okay. So I'm going to realize that while I'm on fire, that every time I rebuild myself, I'm still going to die. I'm going to quickly like drop to the ground and roll around to try and put out the flames so that I can rebuild myself without dying. So I think I understand what's happening and why I'm in like this weird like death cycle. You are burned to a crisp and die immediately. You have arrived at a forest. What the fuck you mean I've arrived at a forest? Retry. No. You drop to the ground and begin rolling to try and put the flames out. While rolling around, you accidentally fall off a very high bridge and die upon hitting the rocks below. You lose. Wasn't I like inside of a room? I could have sworn I was like in a room before, in a castle. So yeah, I transported into a dark room. So did I roll out of the room and then fall off a bridge and then like hit the rocks below or whatever? Sure. Let's say I rolled hella far, like way farther than I should have. So now I'm going to attempt to rebuild my destroyed body once again. Because that's like one of my main powers. Also, did I kill Cosspire earlier? Because I wanted to summon in Powder. Hold on. You realize you are now at the bottom of a cliff face, and there is no way out from here. You need to climb your way up the cliff face. You begin climbing the cliff face, but slip and fall to your doom upon hitting the rocks below. Okay? Well, I can teleport. So I'm going to attempt to rebuild my destroyed body. I'm stronger than it was before. You believe that once you finish rebuilding your body, that you should be able to easily teleport back into Caspire's castle and hunt down Caspire. So that should be the next step. Like, there's no reason to try and climb up the cliff. I can teleport. You finish rebuilding your body. You try to teleport back to Castle Caspire, and you land right in front of the large castle gates, which are still open. That was unexpected, you think to yourself. The path through the gates seems dark and quiet. Okay. I'm going to attempt to sneak around Castle Caspire in search of Caspire. I don't want to get hit by Caspire's claws or fangs. I don't want to be frozen in time. I don't want to have all the liquid sucked out of my body. You make your way through the winding halls, taking care to avoid the guards. You spy a guard through one of the windows. He seems unaware. Castle Caspire is massive, and it would be a folly to march through its halls announcing your presence. Okay, hold on. I'm going to teleport outside of Castle Caspire. And then teleport tons upon tons of gunpowder into Castle Caspire. You think that once the gunpowder teleports into the castle, that it will ignite and destroy Caspire. Yeah, like, now that I know that I can teleport gunpowder in order to, like, blow things up, then that's what I should do. You teleport the gunpowder into the castle, where it soon ignites and explodes, killing the castle. You return to your village to find it destroyed, and your friends and loved ones all dead. I'm sorry, you weep, as you stare at their burned corpses. What? I'm going to call out. Well, no. I'm going to teleport to Cosmiss and confront her. I'm going to say, I blew up Castle Caspire only to return to find my loved ones dead. You had one job, and that one job was to preserve my wife in a frozen time bubble until I could get back. Now that Castle Caspire has been destroyed, can your life potion bring my wife back to life? I also want to know, like, who destroyed my building? You teleport to the home of your old friend, but find she has moved out. You pick up the loot she once gave you and find that you have a talent for playing. What? No. Retry. That has nothing to do with what I just said. You teleport to the realm of the gods, standing before them and saying, well, I already said what I was going to say. Retry, because that's kind of weird. Yes, she responds. Then do it. I yell back. I can't bring her back to life if she never died in the first place. Huh. Wait, what? Hold on a second. So I'm going to put in you reply here. Says Cosmiss. Hold on a second. I'm going to say the Cosmiss. I went back to my village and saw my loved ones dead. Were you somehow able to save my wife from the carnage? Yeah, I guess it never said specifically that my wife was one of the loved ones who was dead, I guess. What? I was not, says Cosmos. And how can you say that my wife never died, you ask? Because your wife never existed in the first place. I had to use someone to trick you into getting the life potion. I used your daughter, says Cosmos. What? Hold on. I had to use someone to trick you into getting the light. I kind of like the direction that's going in, like the idea that she like tricked me and that like my wife never existed. So let me say, because your wife never existed in the first place, I had to convince you to take on Cosspire. It was the only way to ensure that the multiverse would be saved. I think that's like an interesting direction. And then I'm going to say, I don't know how you would respond to that. What do you mean, tricked me? How could you have convinced me that I had a sick wife? Yeah. So I'm going to ask Cosmos that and see what she says. Because that actually is like a really interesting twist. The idea that like you never had a sick wife. It was just like an illusion to make you do what I needed you to do kind of thing. It was easy. I am the most powerful wizard in the multiverse. You see, your wife was never sick. It was all in your mind. You thought she was sick, and that's what made it real. Fortunately for everyone, you attacked Cosspire and saved the multiverse. So hold on. It was all in your mind. You thought she was sick, and that's what made it real. So I'm going to ask Cosmos. So you used your wizard magic to implant the thought of me having a sick wife into my mind. And because I believed it, that made it into my mind. Well, just say that. Yeah. Don't add the "and because I believe it" part. So you use your wizard magic to implant the thought of me having a sick wife into my mind. Because that's like really interesting, I guess. The idea that it's like all just to get you to this moment. Yes, it was necessary. As I said, your mind made it real. For you, your wife was as real as you or I. Interesting. Says Cosmiss. Um, so then I would ask Cosmiss, why did you have to trick me? Yeah. I feel like if I didn't believe that I had a sick wife to take care of, that it would have been easier to convince me to help you. Yeah. Because part of their like initial reluctance to wanting to join Cosmos in the first place was the idea like, oh no, like I have to like keep my wife safe. I'm sorry, but that's not true. You see, if you didn't have a sick wife and instead just had a desire to travel there yourself, Cospire would have killed you as soon as you approached him, says Cosmos. Okay. So I think I understand where she's coming from. So I'm going to say to Cosmos, so you're saying that because I was motivated to save my sick wife, that I essentially had the drive needed to defeat Cosmos that I otherwise wouldn't have had? Because she keeps saying that it was necessary. Also, that means that she can also, like, incept thoughts into your mind. Yes, I suppose you could look at it that way if you like, but the multiverse was in danger either way, says Cosmos. Let's see. So I'm not going to say what's all this stuff about the multiverse being in danger, because I understand what she means by the multiverse being in danger. I guess I do. I mean, I kind of just blew him up with gunpowder or whatever. I'm going to say, to Cosmos, well, I blew up Castle Cosspire. So hopefully that means that Cosspire is dead. What happened to my village while I was gone? Who slaughtered my village? So that would be my next thing, right? Even if my wife wasn't real, it seems like my village definitely was. So I'm curious to see what happened there. I'm sorry, but due to my own incompetence, you'll have to find that out on your own, says Cosmos. Due to your incompetence, you ask. Yeah, that's a good response, because that's kind of crazy. What do you mean her incompetence? That's not reassuring. Yes, it was my job to preserve the time bubble around Castle Cosspire, and I failed to do so. I don't expect you'll forgive me, but I thank you for your help in saving the multiverse, says Cosmos. I'm going to say, did your failure to create a time bubble around Castle Cosspire cause, hold on. Did you attempt to create a bubble, like a time bubble, around Castle Cosspire that collapsed and created a magical shockwave that killed everyone in my village? I'm going to ask Cosmos that. So that's an interesting like plot point. So I guess she tried to help me with her powers. Yes, I did, says Cosmos. You monster! You yell. I'm sorry, but as I said, it was necessary. Thankfully, you were too far away to be affected by the shockwave, says Cosmos. I'm going to say to Cosmos, why did you even try to put a time bubble around Castle Cosspire in the first place? You told me yourself that your time abilities don't work on Cosspire. Also, I forgot to put a question mark, like after the word place. I know. I was hoping that they might work on Cosspire's castle. If they did, it would have allowed time to pass at a different rate inside the castle than outside of it. That would have saved you a lot of time, says Cosmos. So that's interesting. Oh, this is what I wanted to edit. I wanted to add the question mark right here. So then I'm going to say to Cosmos, well, you need to fix the problem you caused. Yeah, that actually makes sense. You need to fix the problem you caused. You need to use your life potion to bring back the lost souls of my village that you killed with your shockwave. Because I feel like that's true. That is like the right thing to do. You know, like even if you were trying to do something like well intentioned, kill a whole village and you have a potion that can bring people back to life, then you should use it. I'm sorry, my friend, but that is simply not possible. It would be aching to try to fill the ocean with a tablespoon. There just isn't enough of the potion to go around, says Cosmos. Well, I guess I'm going to say to Cosmos, you claimed that you're the greatest wizard in the multiverse. Why can't you just make more of the life potion? Legitimate question, to be honest. Like, what is keeping you from making more of the life potion? I think the AI is doing pretty good. Alas, even I am not that great. It is simply impossible to make more of the potion, says Cosmos. Why didn't you create more of it before you sent me into danger then? You yell in exasperation. I wouldn't yell that after she said it's like impossible to make more. My next question would be, ask Cosmos, how much life potion do you have? Yeah. And from there we can figure out like how much we can use to like save the village. I have exactly one vial and I'm giving it to you, says Cosmos. What? That's it? What am I supposed to do? Save the world with that, you yell? Um I'm going to I guess I should ask Cosmos, can a single drop of life potion bring someone back to life? Because this might still be useful. If like one vial has like 100 drops in it, then I could probably do something like that. Yes, but as I said, There isn't enough of it to bring back everyone who died. It would only be enough to bring one person back, says Cosmiss. What? A single drop can bring someone back to life, but there isn't enough to bring everyone back. So the vial has one drop in it, is essentially what she's saying. Dang. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, who would you save in a situation like that? Oh, I ran out of time. I didn't hear the timer go off at any point. How long have we been recording? 35 minutes. Okay, so I went a little over time. My bad. But this is definitely interesting. I didn't expect the story to go in this direction, and I also didn't expect the fight against Cospire mainly being me accidentally learning that I had like a hacks ability and then using the hacks ability to just take down Cospire. But I kind of like the twists and turns of the story. I like that it's very heavily just a dialogue between like Cosmos and I. What did you guys think of the story? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and on our Discord. If you guys want to help support the channel, I have a link to our Cash app in the description box below. Also, if you guys have any ideas for future videos, definitely make sure to hit me up on Discord. I'm willing to make the videos that you want to see me make for $7 per hour of video. Make sure to message me on Discord first so that we can iron out the details. Otherwise, any money you send me will be considered like just a donation to the channel in general. Thank you all once again for tuning in. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one only. Log it out. Peace, guys. Chicken a bow.